second place. First to lose, but not by choice. Second best. For some context, I'm the second of all my sisters. We're 4, so you can imagine what that's like for my dad, with us being all girls. Recently, my sister left for school, left for college, and I had to take on the responsibility of taking care of my younger sisters. Not to say I'm not already responsible, but like I had a system, and fitting my younger sisters into this system was going to be hard. When I was 12 years old, I had a realization. I was second. Second child, second daughter, second sister, second best. Seeing how I had always been second to my sister, I noticed how different but similar I was, and to everyone and everything, I had seen it now. It started with looks, and how when she smiled, she looked so happy and she looked so pretty, and then when I smiled, I looked unhappy. Then I could see it in our grades, answering the exact same questions with the exact same time limits at the exact same age with the same amount of pressure. She got them right and I got them wrong. Eventually, it reached our relationship with our sisters, about how they liked her more than they liked me. And I was fine with that. To start, I have always struggled with confidence, insecurity, grades, responsibility, and I've had my fair share of not so good grades. Then it stemmed into personality and everyday minor comments of, if Fee, who's my sister, were here, she would have done it this way. If Fee was here, she would have said it that way. Why can't you do it the exact same way Fee did it? But how am I supposed to do that if I'm not Fee? How am I supposed to do that if I'm not her? In the schooling aspect, I have been doing well. Never struggled with school, and neither did my older sister. We both have different aspirations and we plan to do different things in life. And even though we grew up in the same learning environment, we always had to do the same sports, with the same classes, with the same teachers, with the same grades, with the same everything. I'm sure, like me, my sister may have struggled mentally. But she was too strong and too resilient to let herself be even vulnerable around myself. I can't imagine what it felt like for her, having that pressure of being the best, letting herself set an expectation for my sisters and I to follow, being responsible, taking on that motherly figure when my mom wasn't at home. And for that, even though it's a hard expectation to live up to, I applaud her. Regardless of this, we always had a sense of understanding, knowing that I struggled in some aspects that she was not so good at, and vice versa. For this reason, we always had a balance. It's very necessary for me to point out that my sister and I had always gone to the same school, with the same environment, and many people always compared me to my sister and even noticed our similarities. And I had no problem with this. One year, a teacher even called me by my sister's name, but I didn't take this to heart because our names are quite similar. After all my efforts to maintain my sister's perfect image, I began making my own. And the weight of her admirable spirit became a burden upon my shoulders. I had always set it in my head that I would always be second best to my sister. I would either do the same thing or something better to make myself even worthy of being her sister. My sister clearly left an impact in this school. One I'd like to think that she's very, very proud of. One I'd like to probably make one day. I myself, wanting to leave a mark in this school, had to try so hard not to fall under her shadow, not to be just like her, not to be just one of her sisters, not to be just another copy. I've always been second best. Looks, personality, grades, responsibility, I have always been second best. Always having to do better or make competition with my sister or make improvements in areas where she had made mistakes. Again, we had a balance, but this balance started to take some weight on some sides because I didn't want to be just her sister. We drifted apart because I began making demarcations within our sisterly relationship. I've always been second best, whether anybody chose to assure me of it or even remind me of it or not. Today, I see that being second best is not such a bad thing. I see that being second best helped me push myself to not just be my sister's sister, not just to be my father's daughter, but to be myself. And though I still compare myself to my sister today, which is something I struggle with, I no longer see it as just wanting to be her sister, and I'm no longer in a race to be just like my sister, but in a race to be better than me, making a better me in this world. I'm Mofopefoluwa, Lesi, and that is my story on being second best. Thank you.